Are you really built for the hair business and entrepreneurship?
Yeah!
Today, in this video, I'm going to go over some of the key pointers you need to think about if you're going to start your own hair brand and be an entrepreneur. Hey, this is Mikey over at the Hair Business Blueprint. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and of course, think about picking up a copy of Fearless Beauty, the Hair Business Blueprint. I have a link below where you can get it on Amazon. This is going to really help you out within your journey as a hair entrepreneur. Are you really ready to be an entrepreneur?
What?
Are you really ready to start your hair business?
Yeah!
We're going to go over a few key things you need to consider if you're thinking about doing so. Now, none of this is to discourage you from getting in the hair industry, because that's what our specialty at Private Label is getting more people in the hair industry and making them successful. Private Label over the years has become very successful because we've done such a good job at making our clients very successful in the hair industry. But we do need to make sure that you are prepared mentally and have a good understanding of what it takes to be an entrepreneur in the hair industry. First things first, let's go over 3 common struggles you may experience getting in the hair industry as an entrepreneur. Number 1, standing out from the crowd. Now, I know you are probably thinking the hair industry, it's so saturated, it's a saturated market. How can I survive? How can I be successful in the hair industry? You have to think of strategies for you to stand out in the industry in selling hair, wigs, or other beauty products. This is something that all of us deal with within the hair industry. It is definitely a valid concern, but I can tell you, after probably starting more hair brands than anybody in the world since 2016, as many people that are getting in the hair industry today are getting out tomorrow. Why? They are not prepared for entrepreneurship. They're not being consistent with their hair brand. They feel like that it's just not for them. They're not successful. They set themselves up for failure by realizing that this is actually going to be a lot of hard work and it's going to take time. So if you understand that, that's going to be a really important key, but then you also have to think about how you're going to stand out as an entrepreneur in the hair industry. If you have a huge Instagram following, yeah, that's a great start and it's going to give you a big advantage. But most of our clients don't really start with this huge following and all this social proof. So definitely spend some time and strategize how you're going to stand out in the hair industry. The second struggle a lot of clients go through is understanding that there's slow periods in the hair industry. Yes, the hair industry is absolutely huge, billions and billions of dollars, but guess what? It's not busy year-round. Right now, it's the time I'm filming this, it's the summer season. The summer season is generally the slowest time period for the hair industry. So I've seen it before. I actually talk about it in my book, Fearless Beauty, about how the tax season, the February, March, April, it's booming. And all of a sudden, especially if you're new in the industry, you think that you are on fire, something has changed in the business, and you are going to be making millions in the hair industry. But then guess what? June hits, and then all of a sudden things start to slow down. July hits, you're like, oh my God, you're checking out on your own website. Does my checkout work? What's going on? Why is this slowing down? It's just a slow season for the hair industry. So you have to be prepared, do your research, and understand that there will be slow periods. The key is to prepare. All that extra money you make during tax season, make sure you save it so that you can survive and still be successful during the slow season. Quick tip, during that slow season of the summer, don't slow down because it's a slow season. Make sure you're still pushing hard within your business, creating content and following, so when things come back, which is about mid-August, your business is ready to take off and go to the next level. Struggle number 3 is patience. I personally waited 2.5 years while working a full-time job before I came onto my hair company full-time and made my first dollar. 2.5 years, guys. It sometimes can take that long to reinvest in the business, to grow it to a point where you can start taking out profits where it'll make a difference. You really have to be patient for the profits. It's not going to happen overnight. I know you're going to see these stories on Instagram, how people did this, crazy sales, this, that, the other. They made $1 million in a day. This is like winning the lottery. It's not realistic. It does sometimes happen, but for most of us, it will not. You have to be patient. You have to stick to what works and really focus on growing your business with great content, great customer service, and continually learning how to be better within your business. This is all going to take time. So if you think that you're going to quit your job in a couple months, it's possible, but it's probably not going to happen. The first type of person is someone that just doesn't have any vision. You have to have vision as an entrepreneur. You have to be able to see the next few years out. You have to be able to plan for what's going to come. If you have no vision as an entrepreneur, if you don't have any ways to strategically grow your business, if you don't have what it takes to be patient inside and consistent, you might as well not be an entrepreneur today. Now, I'm not saying that you should never be an entrepreneur. These are certain things that you maybe have to realign your values and understanding of how things work. Spend more time on educating yourself on entrepreneurship, listen to podcasts and interviews to find out how other people did it. But really, you want to have a clear vision of why you're being in entrepreneurship. So figure out why I'm doing this. Is this because I have children and I need to make sure I provide for them with a side hustle, which could grow into a huge business? Maybe for your legacy. Think about, you want to make people beautiful. There's a lot of reasons why. So think about that. But if you don't have a vision of why you're getting in the hair business, just don't do it. The second reason why you should probably not get in the hair industry is you're just fearful. If you're too scared to make moves, it's not going to work out. I can tell you, whenever you launch your hair brand, it's not going to be perfect, especially when you look back at it in just 6 months or a year. Don't be afraid to do things in business. I've known people that have had their website for a year and not launched it because they want to make it perfect. It's never going to launch. Just stop. Figure it out at another time. It's just not going to work. And that's just some tough love and just understanding, because I've seen it before. When people are just too scared to be an entrepreneur, it's not going to work. I can tell you the flip side of that is don't be fearless in a way of like, oh, I'm quitting my job today. I'm going to start a hair brand. I have no savings and it's just going to make all this money really quick. Don't do that. But you have to be able to release some of that fear to be an entrepreneur, just because mentally, besides a lot of work, mentally it can be really taxing on yourself. And if you are scared to do everything and make moves in the industry, you're probably not going to win. The third reason you should not get into the hair business is you're just chasing money. Yes, I know you got to make money as a business. That's not what I'm talking about. If your sole purpose is just to make money in the business, I'm telling you, it's not going to last. You're not going to win. You have to have a much bigger purpose for your reason to be in the hair industry or just be an entrepreneur in general. So if you're just money hungry, I advise you to figure out why you really want to get in the industry. Maybe take some time off and really think about it. Talk to some different business owners, ask why they do what they do. It's very rare they just say, oh, it's because I make bags of money. That's not going to be the case for most business owners. So think about that and whether or not now is the time, if all you want to do is make money, for you to get in the hair industry. So do you think you have what it takes to get in the hair industry, to be an entrepreneur? I hope so. It's really exciting to work with young entrepreneurs and take them to new heights within their hair business. Make sure that you check out the links below because I have tons of resources. And of course, make sure you check out Fearless Beauty, the Hair Business Blueprint. I wrote this for aspiring entrepreneurs, and this is the roadmap to success in entrepreneurship. So if you want to pick up a copy of this, I got an Amazon link below as well. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Hair Business Blueprint, where we help market, manage, and everything else, all the information all on one channel to grow your hair business.